Just when you think YouTube is all glitz and glamour, you find yourself in a shed impersonating William Shatner.
You should stop asking questions like that and feeling like you have a lot of catching up to do.
Hello and welcome back to Curiosity Mine. This isn't a Lightning Ridge video, but it is an opal mining video. In 1969, the same year that we landed on the moon, the same year as Woodstock, and the same year as the Manson murders, just to put that in perspective, William Shatner went opal mining, briefly, at Andamooka in South Australia. And he hated it. Let's dig into that a little bit. Star Trek, the original series, in all of its bright primary colours and polyester spandex glory, wrapped shooting in January of 1969 with the problematic and anti-progressive episode Turnabout Intruder. Talk about going out with a fizzle and not with a bang. A few months later, in April of 1969, William Shatner did a whirlwind tour of Australia, visiting, amongst other places, Tasmania, Sydney and Melbourne. But he also visited outback Australia, and in a pretty extreme way, by visiting an opal mine at Andamooka. It would seem that the young Shatner, he was 38 at the time, quite enjoyed Australia, appreciating the honesty and authenticity of its people. An interviewer, in typical Australian self-deprecating style, referred to Australians as a little bit backwards, which Shatner soon corrected.
You should stop asking questions like that and feeling like you have a lot of catching up to do. Jet setters may think you're primitive, but I don't. I'm a family man and I admire your standard of living and way of life. I find Australians warm and genuine people.
It seems he might have changed his tune a little bit when visiting Andamooka though. While there, he met up with a couple of locals who took him down a 50-foot mine shaft and let him have a little bit of a dig. I particularly love this photo. Check out the boots. Not exactly up to today's standards for safety equipment. Let's face it, those boots are probably worth more than all of the opal ever to come out of that mine. Bill Shatner said,
"We flew on to Andamooka to see the opal mines. I went right down that mine, crawling on my hands and knees more than 50 feet underground, covered in clay. It's a weird feeling down there. I had one of those moments where suddenly you wonder, what the hell are you doing? And I thought, what am I doing down here? The last time I looked at myself, I was on Hollywood and Vine, and here I was now, 800 miles from civilization and 50 feet down. There was a single electric light bulb, and this miner, I said to him, what are you doing down here? And he said, I used to have my own garage, mate, but I'm giving this a go for 5 years.
Bill asked the wife of one of the miners,
how can a woman like you stand living in a place like this? Hell, I think I'd go off my head if I was here for any length of time.
Curiosity Mine is on Patreon. Patreon is a service that allows you to directly support your favourite creators to allow them to continue making the content that you love. If you enjoy these videos and you think Curiosity Mine deserves your support, head on over to patreon.com/curiositymine for more information on how you can support the channel directly. If you do, you'll get your name on this list of amazing people who are supporting the channel already. Thank you. So head to patreon.com/curiositymine or curiositymine.com/Patreon. Both of those will get you there. But for now, let's get back to Shatner Underground. So that's fun, and the photos are fun, and of course this wasn't the last time Bill Shatner found himself on the opal fields as he returned to Coober Pedy in South Australia for the 2023 reality television series Stars on Mars, which I didn't watch, but I'm sure was amazing. The concept being that Lance Armstrong, Ariel Winter, Ronda Rousey and Tallulah Willis, amongst a crowd of other celebrities, sorry, I believe they call them celebronauts, they'd experience Mars-like conditions in a habitat on the opal fields. It's actually not entirely unrealistic. Check out this video for why outback Australia is actually so similar to the surface of Mars. No joke, check that one out. I'd like to say that Shatner enjoyed his visit to Coober Pedy too, But, referring to Mars, he said,
"If it's anything like the outback, you don't want to go. The heat and the dust and the dirt and the poisonous animals. The worst thing of all in Coober Pedy are the flies. There's no moisture there, so they attack your eyes and your nose and your mouth. I got PTSD while I was there, just getting the flies off me. When I got to the car to go home, to get to the chartered airplane to take me to Sydney, there was one fly in the car, and I got hysterical. Get that fly out of there. I was absolutely driven mad, as everybody was, by the flies in Coober Pedy."
I mean, yeah, the flies can be bad. I don't entirely know what the point of this video was beyond Bill Shatner visiting an opal mine in 1969. Was he a little bit harsh on the lifestyle that a lot of people choose and some people have no choice about? Probably. Is it surprising? Not really. I'm glad that TV Week took the time to introduce Bill to the opal fields. I can imagine that it was an adventure he was probably talking about for quite some time afterwards, and regardless of his attitude at the time, it's great to see some publicity for Andamooka and the Australian opal industry in mainstream media, especially back in 1969. Hi, Future Russell here. So as I'm editing this video, I can't help but feel that I'm being a little bit harsh on Mr. Shatner here, so let me address that. I'm not. I mean, I don't mean to. I love Bill Shatner, I love his work, and I love his contributions to making the world, the universe, a better place. After Bill visited the opal mines at Andamooka, he actually bought a non-trivial amount of opal and opal jewellery to take back to Hollywood with him, which no doubt contributed to helping promote Australian opal to a fairly wealthy and influential crowd of people, which is wonderful. I think what I enjoy about this story is the fish out of water aspect of it. It's not that Bill Shatner didn't like the idea of Andamooka and opal mining and didn't understand why anyone would want to live that life. It's more that anyone from Hollywood would have felt the same way, and I'm sure many of them would probably not have been as polite about it as Bill was. So thank you, Mr. Shatner, for your career full of wonderful things, and for helping promote Australian opal, and for being the first person from Star Trek to actually go into space, even if Jeff didn't share your enthusiasm for the experience. But yeah, go Bill. This video was made with the help of a couple of newspaper articles from 1969. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to Curiosity Mine on YouTube, and maybe even supporting the channel directly via Patreon. The link is in the description. And thank you for watching.